The American XM-8 armored gun system is a Tier 8 light tank. It is very fast, maneuverable, and well-armed thanks to its experimental 105mm rifle gun. As one of the most powerful light tanks in armored warfare, it can outflank and outrun practically every heavier vehicle in the game. It was born in the 80s as part of the AGS Armored Gun System competition. The XM-8 was developed as the modern replacement for the Sheridan light tank. The XM-8 is highly mobile on all forms of terrain and has excellent accuracy even while on the move. Compared to other light tanks, the XM-8 has excellent protection, especially when fully upgraded. The armor is, however, customizable from the Level 1, protecting the crew only from small arms fire, to high-intensity conflict Level 3, providing protection even against infantry anti-tank weapons. The vehicle has excellent mobility thanks to a Detroit diesel engine tuned to 580 horsepower, allowing this light tank to go as fast as 72 kilometers an hour. The XM-8 continues the American armor tradition of massive firepower on a relatively light chassis. And while it lost the original competition to the Stryker, the United States Army is currently considering reviving the project with updated armament. You can now play the XM-8 in the open beta phase of Armored Warfare. Sign up today at aw.my.com. The Tier 9 Challenger 2 main battle tank arrived on the battlefield amidst an evolving political situation. Low-intensity skirmishes in Africa were being fought with obsolete equipment and outdated armor. There were no clear victories. The Challenger 2, originally designed and produced in Britain, was expected to be a dominant force when it hit the modern conflict zones. Murat Shishkin, a preeminent arms dealer, acquired a large number of the newest variants of the tank from a defunct military base in the UK. It was these tanks that entered the battlefields of Africa after being sold to various private military contractors and mercenaries. Upgrades like the 1,500 horsepower MT-883 diesel engine gave it decent speed and good mobility. Depleted uranium Jericho shells fired from its 120mm rifled gun allowed it to tear through the outdated T-72s, which made up the bulk of the private military's arsenal before the Challenger 2's arrival. The very nature of the African conflict changed with the Challenger 2's arrival. Rolling through the smoke of their own grenades, with enemy shells rendered useless by explosive reactive armor, the Challenger 2 was unstoppable. The Challenger 2 is available to all players in Armored Warfare now. Conflict is business. Play Armored Warfare for free today at armoredwarfare.com.
Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's Armored Warfare livestream with me. I'm Freitag, Community Manager for Armored Warfare here in North America. And joining me, as soon as they unmute themselves, will be Drew, Jinx, and Piroko. Say hello, guys.
Hey there.
So,
Hey guys, how's it going?
as some of you may be aware, we kicked off our official My.com Discord today, our Discord server. So we've got space here for Skyforge and for Armored Warfare, and if you would like to join in. I mean, in general, not just a stream right now, but yeah, it's pretty cool. We've got a lot of people here, and we think it'll be a great new place for additional communication between us, the community managers, the production team, and communities. And you guys can talk to each other. There's voice chat rooms, so we think it'll be fun for everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be a really cool spot for the community to just get together and chat about the games, and look for battalions to join and or people to set up into a platoon with, and just generally chat with each other about anything and everything. So just another spot for all of us to get together and talk.
Exactly. So as you guys are probably aware, we are doing some cool giveaways today. So we have kicked off the
extremely cool video giveaways.
Extremely cool. I will even make the extremely long.
Yeah, I approve the use of the word extreme in this case.
It's extreme.
It's very, very cool.
Anyway, so to get to the topic, we are giving away Chieftain Mark 6 main battle tank premium vehicles, and these are promotional vehicles that will only be given away during special events. We're also giving a lot of them out to streamers, so if you would like to have one, you may get one today, or you can follow your favorite streamer who covers Armored Warfare, or YouTuber, and they will have lots of codes to give away as well. So yeah, so let's switch to and let's pull up the Chieftain Mark 6 in case you don't remember how amazing it looks. So Piroko is back from his vacation finally.
Yep.
And he will be responsible for giving away the codes. So that's why he's not in the room here with. Not invisible. Technology in Japan is cool, but not that cool. Josh, you need to speak up a little bit. You're very, very quiet.
No, you got to be way louder than that, man.
All right, we'll work on that.
All right.
All right. Very cool. Yeah, so Piroko is back, Drew is here, Josh is here. We've got the whole gang for the stream. So yeah. So let's get ourselves into a platoon here. Yes, I will invite Jinx and Drew, and I think Piroko, you'll be doing code giveaways. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So, Josh and Drew, what do you want to do? Do you want to do some PvP or PvE or?
I say let's warm up with the PvE.
Okay.
And then we'll get right into. Actually, you know what? Let's screw that. Let's go right into it. Let's get into a PvP match.
All right. You're sounding
Let's take this chief out and show everybody what he can do.
Sounding like Josh Moore every day.
Yeah.
Rub off on you.
Yeah, he's a bad influence, but it's all good.
All right.
So we've had a little bit of time, a few weeks now with the chief to play it out and drive a little bit in game and take it into battle. What do you guys think of it so far?
I really like it. I've always liked the Chieftain. It's a little slow, but it feels like a tank, I guess. So
yeah,
it's sort of your quintessential, like, this is sort of, also want to drive like the M1 Abrams or something. This is what I feel like a main battle tank is. So
if you like the Chieftain Mark V, you're gonna like it.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're a fan of that,
this one's perfect.
And it just looks looks rad.
I think in terms of using the Chieftain, you have to add a little bit of caution to your game. Just because this is slow, and if you get yourself into a sticky situation, it's very hard to get out of.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it can absorb a whole lot of punishment, and it can dish it out as well as it takes. And I've so far had a lot of fun in it. I mean, the only times I kind of don't like it is when I get impatient and put myself in the sticky situations, and then it's nobody's fault but myself, because I'm the one who's like, hey, ADD gamer. I got to go kill someone and
Yeah,
then boom,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
surrounded
yeah.
and dead. So, yeah.
Understand
And you guys all know
completely.
me. I like to kill something every 10 seconds, but in this game, that's a quick way to get yourself destroyed. So,
Well,
I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm usually switching them, because I'm not great at the game. I'm the first one to admit that. So what I'll usually do is I'll take the chieftain into the match, and then I'll try to be patient. Eventually, the patience will wear out, and then I'll probably end up getting some of myself destroyed, and then I'll just head back to the garage, take out a TD of some sort, maybe the Zalo or something, and just get right back in the match. And I'm just swapping in between those two quite a bit, and I'm having a lot of fun. Occasionally, I'll break out like the Fox or VBL or something like that, and help out in that regard. But in this case, it's just Chiefs today. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I can't wait to see what the streamers and YouTubers are saying about it. I mean, we're starting to see some people post some stuff up on their channels, and if you guys haven't seen your favorite streamer post about it, we definitely. I mean, we've handed them all out, and expect those videos to be posted soon from your favorite streamer or YouTuber.
Yeah.
All right. What are we gonna do here?
All right. What do you think, Josh? Which way should we go?
Well, we're top of the pack here.
True. Yeah. So we can just sort of push over.
I say we go left.
Left.
Driver, crank it.
Left is good.
Affirmative. Gunner,
All right,
stand
Drew.
for
Oh, my self-appointed nemesis is in this match.
Up.
Damn it.
Jeez.
Driver, move out.
Dang.
So Will_Toronto, if you guys are watching regulars of the stream, you'll know that last week I killed him, he killed me, and he's officially appointed himself as my self-appointed, or my nemesis. And he's on the opposite team, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Ready. The Diamond Dead 1 asks, camo coming tomorrow in the update, right? Anybody want to answer that question?
I'll defer that one to Josh while I'm setting up here.
Josh? Do we have anything cool coming in an update? I don't know if you can hear me. Josh, are you still there? Well, we may have lost him.
Yep. Who?
Josh?
No, he's still here. I think his mic is having issues picking
okay.
himself up. That's why he's cutting in and out.
We definitely do have some cool stuff coming in the update tomorrow. So.
Target hit.
Damn it. This is not a good situation we're in here, people. We need to back off.
I'm moving behind this rock.
Oh, what? No! See, too slow.
Why, what happened? Did Will Toronto get you?
Probably. I was trying to back up and I got got.
So Commander Strain asks, have you sent codes to all the streamers you're going to? Absolutely not. We've sent codes to all the streamers we have contact information for. So if you are streaming Armored Warfare, or if you're creating YouTube videos for Armored Warfare and we have not contacted you, that is probably because we don't have your contact information. So please contact us. Let us know your information, and especially your in-game name and so on, and then we will be able to follow up with you and get you some cool codes for giveaways.
Oh man, they're all.
Ricochet, no effect.
Oh, there's Will Toronto. Maybe I can get. No.
Well, I don't know. Our left flank is going to collapse any second now. This is not a good
But we
situation.
haven't lost anybody. We're still up.
Well, we're about to. There's a lot of guys here.
I will swing over from the side.
Oh, there's our first.
We're submerged. Move.
Doing my best not to drown myself here. See?
Yeah, we're about to lose our left flank, like right now.
Yeah, I'm coming up.
Damn it. Oh,
Get our track.
Not going well.
you're leaving yourself open on your side right
I
there,
can't
Cap.
make it up that hill.
Hostile tank.
Ah. Oh, jeez.
Damn it.
Sorry about that, Commander Strain. We'll definitely get back to you.
Yeah.
Security asks, will artillery in PvE be fixed or changed? Can you be more specific about what issue you're talking about there? And then definitely address that. We are making some changes to reload speed, if that's what you're talking about. That will come in an update soon. If you're talking about a different issue, then I'm not 100% sure. Post Commander asks, can we expect to see Discord implemented with in-game controls in the future? It's certainly a possibility for the future. Right now, I mean, we just kicked it off, so you know, we're still getting a feel for it.
I would say, just sorry to Kev, just to jump in here, that we're probably not going to make any sort of integration with the game and Discord anytime soon. I think that
I think certainly for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I would say that if we were going to do something like that, you know, we would have to explore, you know, more options, see what if there is any other systems are coming in. If we decide to go with Discord, then that would be, you know, something I'm thinking like late 2016 type thing, right?
Yeah.
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 So,
anytime it requires, you know, involvement of the developer team, then suddenly, you know, we have to start working on scheduling and, you know, comparing priorities to all the other stuff that's going on in the game. So it's just, you know, would we rather have programmers working on balanced stuff, or do we want them to start integrating
or adding new features?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think for sure the priority right now is adding new features to the game, fixing bugs, and balancing other optimizations.
Yeah. No.
But good question. Great question.
Yeah. So Pantaloon says,
I'm already back in the garage. So.
Yeah, I'm going back to the garage now. Pantaloon says artillery spawning off the map and can't counter battery them. That is something that we're looking into. If you have any specific instances of that you'd like to bring to our attention, just to make sure that we are fixing it, please post it in our bug reports forum. So we've got a section there for maps, and it would be really helpful if you could post any screenshots you have, tell us which map it's on, etc. And then we'll be able to pass that along to the developers, and they'll be able to fix it.
I did. I'm sorry if we answered this already. I was paying attention to the game, not the questions. And by the way, Kev, I switched to tier 4 Zalo for this one. Should I go back in the?
We can probably do Zalo. We can do tier 4. Yeah, let's start. Moving down the tiers a little bit. Been doing tier 5 for a while, so I will drive the swing fire. That's how cool I am. Or something.
Sweet. I don't know where Josh is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Piroko, do you know what's up?
Piroko, lean out the door and yell at Josh.
Man, he's actually in front of me, but...
Well, ask him what he's doing then.
What's up?
I just tried to do it through the app. Like I opened up the app to see if that helped.
No, now I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I hear you perfect.
Now I just can't hear you guys.
Oh, man.
Are you deafened? Ask him if he's deafened.
No, he's not deafened. Here,
so
I'll go over and help him out.
Okay.
Okay. Tom's is ready up too, so we can get into another battle.
Oh, that's a help.
So in terms of what I was saying, I saw a question. I didn't see who asked it. They were saying in terms of the reload time for artillery fixes coming in the next patch. I think Kev, you did briefly mention that yes, there are some changes coming.
Yeah.
Definitely going to improve that situation for sure.
Yeah.
So expect that in the next patch.
And I know that's what some of our more competitive players are looking forward to as well, because that's been kind of messing with the high tier gameplay especially. And speaking of competitive gameplay, Drew, do you want to mention anything about that? Because I know we've got some pretty cool stuff coming up there.
Yeah, I mean, are we talking about?
I'm talking about the league.
Wills. Well, okay. So there's two kind of aspects on that front. So there is the guys who did the NA Winter Cup 2015 they are hosting another tournament. There are details on how to participate on our forums right now. We're going to be sharing details on our website and social channels as well. So kind of get the word out to everybody. Really looking for people to come in and play
Yeah.
on this in this one. I mean, there's still lots of room left, and it should be a good tournament. You know, we put up some prizes. I think we put up the Merc tanks for this one. So if
Sounds
you
right.
come in first,
I don't remember exactly what the pricing is, but we are
I
supporting
remember
it in
exactly
pricing.
what we
Okay,
did. So
well then.
we, for first place, they get all 5 Merc tanks. For second place, they get 3 of the 5 Merc tanks. And third place, they get 2 of the 5 Merc tanks. So there's some killer prizes up for grabs. Details on how to join that, participate in that tournament are up on the forums right now.
Yeah, and it'll be up on the website soon.
Yeah, up on the website soon. And then there's kind of a secondary kind of fun task that Will and Dave and those guys are working on right now. So they proposed an idea of creating some competitive leagues, and I would love to see, because we got a lot of people here today, so we got 148 people in the chat. I'd love to see a show by commenting in the chat here how many people would be interested in participating in kind of a competitive league, because they're working on building out a full-fledged website for it right now. And if this is something the community really wants, it's something that we can definitely help. When we're doing everything we can to help them out and get in terms of them building out their website, but would love to see how many people want to participate in that. So that's another cool thing. I have no idea what the time frame is on that, because we still need to build the site and still need to get the word out. Well, I see a couple people saying there would be, and
Yeah,
3.
absolutely.
So we need more than 3 people for a league, though, man. Like, so
Yeah, let your clans
like,
know. Let your battalions know, and get them involved, get them excited about it. This has some really great potential. So.
Yeah, and then in terms of the actual timing on that, like I said, guys, I have no idea. I don't want to give a time frame, because I don't even know when these guys would want to launch that. But they're pretty keen about it, so I would say sooner than later. But there's some things to work through, so it's very cool stuff.
Yep.
And so Kevin, I thought that maybe you were talking about some very cool event that's going to be happening next week. So not to spoil anything, guys, but we have.
Not to spoil anything, but he's about to spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to say that we got something really cool lined up for next week.
That's true.
Yeah, it should be a whole lot of fun. We'll all be pretty tired by the end of it, and it all goes to a good cause. So I would love to see the community participate.
My wallet. No, that's also a good cause. But,
so we will be announcing details on that Monday, and then the event will actually happen next Friday. So look for more information about that.
Yep.
Whoa.
All right, so I kicked Josh and started a new round. But,
Yep, he was going to restart his program and see if that fixes it.
All right.
I think he's back. You're muted right now.
Well,
Hey, we can hear you again.
Hey, welcome back.
two-way communications. Welcome to the 21st century.
Where are they? Oh.
I'll get myself back in the game, so whenever you're done.
Oh, that buddy. Their scout just got lit up hard.
Yeah, I saw that. Dang. I can edge forward a little bit here and provide some more scouting. Ooh, taking top shots.
I say we push forward here, guys. I mean, we got pretty much our entire team behind us. Oh, almost drove into someone.
Can't see them. Rude. Let's see if there are any other questions here.
I'm answering one via
Okay.
VKDD.
Yeah, read it out. Read it out.
So I think the biggest question people are going to have... Oh, so go ahead.
No, VQD, earlier said was it's ridiculous when the RD doesn't change the target ever. The AI already focuses one player down and eventually ends up nuking that one single person. And VQD thinks it's kind of not as fair as you would like if the RD is kind of tunneling you. And that's something we're actually looking at changing, because it goes with who's currently spotted currently. And I believe you're going to change something where people who are taking or giving more damage out will actually pull aggro.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That'll be a familiar mechanic to a lot of people, I think.
So then you get less of the sensation of some enemy tank specifically tunneling you.
Right. Josh, we had a question earlier if there were going to be any new cool features coming in the update.
Oh,
Well, the one coming out tomorrow, obviously, is going to be our new camouflage system.
There you go.
Yeah, so all kinds of cool stuff with that. Not only, I mean, the camouflage system is really cool, and we'll go into more detail tomorrow. When we do a full preview of the patch and able to show you what's going on with it.
Oh.
But basically, it has 2 layers to it. You basically pick what your base layer of your vehicle is. So, be it green or tan or what have you, and then there's a 2-tone camouflage pattern that goes on top of that. So you can actually make some pretty cool combinations with the system. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. It'll be nice to see tanks that aren't just green in the game.
That's right.
they're going.
Sure, if there's...
Here, let's backtrack. They're
Now I'm
after
going
our
to
base.
try something that I heard about in our in a video that we are productioning. See if I can pull them away from our cap by attacking their base.
Well, they're already attacking our base, so.
Oh, you guys could do damage to
Add
them.
more
then.
confusion. So going back to earlier, VQD actually asked a really good question. So I think I'm going to give them a code for the Chieftain Mark 6.
There you go. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
End it up.
Excellent. Way to win.
Yep.
Oh, good shot. Damage. 200. I think he's killed me a whole bunch of times. That was a good shot. I'm pretty satisfied with that match, though.
Yeah. Still alive here. Good luck, guys.
Luck.
Thanks for the cover in that battle, Drew. Hell's Water. No problem.
Cataclysm
Very happy
N7
to do it.
asks, do you have any plans on introducing new gun sounds? I love Armored Warfare a lot, but I think the sounds could use a pretty big overhaul. It's sort of
Yeah, I actually have an answer to that.
Okay, well then I will let you.
Yeah, we actually, I believe, hired Obsidian recently hired someone that used to work on some of the sounds for Modern Warfare. So we should get some pretty cool tank sounds coming up in the next couple months. We definitely want to differentiate between class and then continue to record and get specific vehicles and such. So it will be an iteration over time, but we definitely want a more visceral feel to our sound department.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that's something that's been discussed over a long time with a lot of sound design is something that's very important to a lot of people, especially, we've got some veterans playing the game who are intimately familiar with vehicles and know exactly what they're supposed to sound like, so.
That's a good question, though.
Yep.
Can't wait for those changes to come out.
So Mr. NoobTubes asks, so will there be a camo net like the one on the Chieftain Mark 6? Because I would love to have that on my other tanks.
Yeah, we'll introduce camo nets to other vehicles in the future for sure. Yeah.
So this next question, Steel Scooter, he asks, or he or she asks, are there going to be more buildings in the base? Also, does the current buildings have more levels? So this is something that we do answer every stream, but we're very happy to answer it every single time. So what you guys are seeing with the bases is the first implementation of it. Very basic design with
basic.
With just. Yeah, you see what I did there? That's good, right? It's really kind of the first implementation. The team has some pretty grand plans with the base functionality going forwards, and I don't know what the time frame is. So Josh, you may have a better answer for this in terms of time frame. But we are actively working on building out that feature for sure.
Yeah, the base will be integrated. There's several layers. I think it even goes up to we have 4 or 5 iterations of the base plan. So those will go in bits and pieces over the the next first half of this year.
Mm-hmm. I think the most correct answer is they'll be put in as soon as they're ready.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I can take an invite now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we can let you back.
Thanks.
All right. Should we do tier 4 again, or should we move down to tier 3?
Let me see.
Any
I'm
preference?
down for whatever.
Anything fun I like to play there?
The
Let's go to
type-
tier 3. Oh, Type 59s.
Yeah.
There you
That's a
go.
fun one.
All right.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, actually, I need to mess around with.
Oh man.
Speaking of cool camouflages, the Type 59 has one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's do you have the Type 59 on your screen? Yeah. So here's
yes.
here's a good indication. If you can zoom in on the Type 59,
Sure.
if everyone wants to look at the screen there, if you, in this case, describing the camouflage system, let's pretend for a moment that the tan section of the tank is the base, so it's based off of a tan skin. The other two colors that you would see there, the green and the black, would be the overlay. So as you could see, you could change potentially the whole look of the camouflage by changing the third color, which is your base color. So you can see how many different types of variations you could get over time.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll show that in more detail tomorrow for sure.
Cool.
All right. Let me get this going the road.
Oh, retrofits. Wow, I haven't even leveled my crew on this one. I mean, pick crew skills.
Oh,
Not
you're
bad.
right. Neither. Okay. So we had Nick the Ball. Okay.
You got a lot of questions coming in now.
Yeah,
so.
I'm having trouble keeping up. Okay.
When was the last time Piroko gave out a code for the chieftain?
We're giving them out constantly, man.
Just now, yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Left and right.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, let's get you up.
About
Roll up
time.
really quick because I missed it. I wanted. Sir.
Oh, nice instant pop on that queue.
Yep. So Cataclysm N7 asks, will you be re-adding the Centauro 155 back to the game, possibly as a counterpart to the 8 Striker?
Yeah, I mean, there's talks about how we could bring the 155 back. I mean, we definitely didn't implement it into the game because of the whole TD versus RD thing, and we're just trying to find the right slot for it and how to work it into the game.
Oh, this map. Always gets me.
And Hacksaw2520 asks, is the new map from Alpha coming in tomorrow's patch completely redone or just minor changes? I think it's completely redone.
Which is that the coastal threat?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a completely new map, I think.
Yeah,
Well, we had an old
took,
coastal
It
threat,
took
but
some of the textures from
Yeah.
Super Alpha, whatever, early access, but yeah, that map is completely redone.
Yep.
Driver, crank it.
So you'll recognize some of the architecture, but that's about it.
Affirmative. Loader, ready up. Up. Driver, move out.
And John's Lull asks, what happens to the camo bonuses next patch on tanks with camo already, like Ice, Merc, and Type 59? I thought, do they already have like a little bit of a camo bonus? Or, I can't recall.
The new system has 3%.
Does that also apply to like the premium vehicles that we added that have camo?
Yeah, I believe it's already on there. I'd have
Yeah.
to double check on that.
I feel like it
however,
is.
it doesn't stack. So the ice and those other things, you can't change camos on those particular because they already have them installed.
Right. And TigerClaw89 asks, any plans on a Last Stand PvE game mode? We definitely do have plans for more game modes.
AKA zombie mode.
Something like that, I think, yeah. We do have plans for more game modes. So there's definitely more coming there in the future.
I would say that's definitely one of the ones that's suggested the most often.
Yeah.
The most, yeah.
Is that like more of like an endurance mode? You can just see how
Pretty
long
much.
you can go for, and then whoever has the best time is top of the leaderboard type thing.
Or
Pretty
longest
much, yeah.
time, or yeah.
It's interesting. It's wave after wave after wave.
Patney68 asks, will you guys be reworking certain maps such as the Lost Island map you are on right now so artillery can be more effective?
Well, I mean, there'll be a natural, you know, some maps are better for some classes than others. But I mean, there's already spots for artillery if you go to the south.
What's this guy doing?
On this map that you can really cover that whole area. I mean,
Yeah.
it's my preferred place. I mean, people think that this is a real corridory map, and yes, there is that aspect of it in the center, but you'll see a lot of action, especially in the north, and I prefer hitting the south because you can actually look into the cap spot in the middle if you're playing in encounter mode.
Ooh.
And somebody asked about a, Bughole asks, have you considered adding realistic battle mode where you don't have HP? We have considered that, but I don't think that that's something that are working on foreseeable future.
Identify target. Hostile tank.
We definitely don't want to split out the populations to too many different modes, you know,
Penetrating.
until we, you know, launch the game and such. Yeah, remember, you know, we're still in beta here, so we're still working out, you know, core mechanics and such. And I think most people can appreciate that they want a, you know, completely working game before, you know, we go too far down some of the features.
Target hit.
Alright, Finagle asks, when can we expect to see more PvP maps? Well, very soon. There'll
Tomorrow.
be another one tomorrow.
Identify target. Hostile truck.
Hope that's soon enough for you. Nerds1 asks, will we be able to design our own camo eventually? I mean, with the system, you will be able to choose the colors, but I guess you're asking if you can choose, you know, the pattern or whatever.
Yeah, the initial overlays on patterns and such will obviously be constrained to a certain degree,
Yeah.
but in the future we may want to get more into like emblem designs and such, and being able to let you rotate in size and do some cool stuff there. But you know, I wouldn't expect that until, you know, after launch.
Well, that was a good match. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt here, guys.
I did a bunch of damage, but no kills, but oh well.
I got final kill.
Post
I am getting better.
Commander asks, how often do My.com and Obsidian get together and discuss goals and, you know, production timelines?
That'd be like almost every day, huh?
Approximately 18
Just
times a
kinda-
day or something.
Yeah.
I think we cut it down to about around a dozen on weekends, but I mean, I guess
So what you're saying is it's a constant evaluation, but
Yeah.
we also meet, you know, at least once a quarter to seriously go over the project direction within all the organizations.
but I mean, we're talking on a daily basis, so
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean-
It's not like we just, you know, have a chat with them once a quarter and then say, okay, well, see you guys next year.
No, obviously we have to give feedback. I mean, that's how the whole flow of information comes from you guys, and make sure that it gets over to Obsidian as well so they can act on it.
Are we doing tier 3 again?
I am.
Okay, works for me.
We'll take out the T-62 vet. Boom.
I'm taking out the Type 59.
Hell's Nova asks, are you working on optimization by any chance, and what are you currently trying to fix?
That's
Broad
a
question.
constant,
Yeah, I
constant
mean,
thing that
yeah.
we do is
Yeah.
optimization. One specific thing is going through each of the maps and simplifying some objects and such to make each map more efficient. So that's why you can see on certain maps you'll get higher frame rates than other maps and such. It depends if we, like I remember Port Storm recently went through an optimization because originally, like a lot of those boxes, the storage crates on that map were actually individually modeled as opposed to modeled in blocks and stuff. And so we were able to keep the same level of fidelity basically, but simplify how many polys were being thrown out there. So those are the types of things that will start to help lower end computers.
Commander Strain asks, any chance of doing a stream on a more European friendly time? The EU team also does streams, so definitely keep an eye out for those. They will be doing those on a weekly basis, I think, as well, to the best of my knowledge.
What time is it there?
Right now, I think we 1:00 in the morning or so.
Oh, that's friendly. You guys should be. You guys are night owls, right?
Exactly. We got video gamers. What are you complaining about?
This time frame isn't actually West Coast friendly.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, we're on the West Coast, and it's a little bit early in the evening here for a stream, but try to get as many people in as possible. Do we have any cool premiums that we are cooking up?
Well, there was that little chieftain thing that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. So we do have the new Chieftain Mark 6 promotional vehicle. In addition to that, we've got I think there's something coming in the third dealer, right?
Not promotional, but
right,
more premium tanks for sure.
There'll be more premium tanks, of course. But yeah, so I mean, we're constantly working on new vehicles. Obviously, we want to, make sure we're not just adding premium vehicles, but also have other kinds of vehicles. So
Identify.
Yeah, we want to get, we want to start building out that third tree as well.
Look at this guy.
Eximate
Easiest scout ever.
Brave.
Incoming.
Oh yeah.
Dead.
Dude, I'm toast. Oh, there I go. Man.
How did you die so quick?
I got lit up by everybody. I think he may have designated targeted me.
Maybe. I don't even have any of these. I can't even spot these guys.
Shorath23 asks, when will we put the new dealer into the game? Update 13.13. The plan, I think. And Volsfan9092 asks, when will we see tier 10s? I mean, we just added tier 9s to the game, so I think there's some. Oh man, my.com battalion bites the dust.
Well, we were kind of the low end there.
Yeah. So we just added tier 9 recently, and I think there's some more tier 9s that we're gonna add, but I'd say tier 10 is still a little ways out. We got some more.
Yeah, I mean, we'd like to get tier 10s in by the time we go to release the game. So I think that's a fair statement that they'll be in there for launch, and we want to give them some time to balance them out as well before that launch.
Xenolance asks, have you considered putting in premium versions of retrofits that can be unlocked via a package pre-order system, perhaps? Like as a pre-order bonus for Merc Pack 2.0 or a similar bonus? Interesting question.
So, I'm not quite getting the concept.
I feel like it's, maybe less powerful retrofits, but that you can buy outright. Not sure if we'd want to do that.
Yeah, that's a little pay to winny.
Yeah, that's sort of skirting the line, I think. Pyrodunces asks an interesting question. They say, back in August you said Korean vehicles would appear in Armored Warfare. Will they be introduced anytime soon?
What kind of vehicles?
Korean.
Ah, yes. I've heard that they will be.
Well,
it's just a little too early to announce, I mean, can't tell you what we're doing for the rest of the year. We're going to have nothing to talk about for all the other times we stream.
Well, that and plans, planning that far out. Like we said, we meet quite often and talk about the overall direction of the game, and we, we're talking on a constant basis. And sometimes, plans need to change, and we might say, this is something we're working on, and then all of a sudden that changes, and we don't want to promise you guys something and then kind of change that later and make liars out of ourselves. That's just not something we're willing to do.
And really, I think it's just best to fall back on our standard answer, which is it exists in real life. We would like to see it in the game.
Yeah.
So it's really just a matter of time, and putting every single cool vehicle into the game right from the start. I mean, we want things for people to look forward to. I mean, there's a lot of considerations on what tanks come in and where.
It takes time to create the tanks. I mean, it's not like
yes, they do.
Not like we just sit down and press a button and then suddenly we have a tank model. We have to make sure they're all the same quality and yeah.
Can we leave this match? I feel dirty.
Oh, I'm already in the garage.
Okay. Well.
Sorry.
Just kick me from the platoon if you guys need to get into the next match. I'm
I'm
still
the only one out here. Somebody asked something about the T-14 Armada copyright expiring. I don't know anything about that, but we can look into it, but I don't really know.
Well, I'm sure our friends at mail.ru will look at that since they renamed the game over there. If anything, we actually have a strong relationship with that particular arms dealer or tank manufacturer.
Oh, Rocksteady got me, finally. Sorry. Okay, I'm coming back.
Oh, you were still alive. I didn't realize.
Yeah, I was still battling.
Oh.
We had it was just a slugfest up in that corner right there.
I thought we just completely...
Let's see. Will there be any new retrofits, or will missing levels be added with new dealers? Yes, absolutely. We want to fill out that, any empty spots or retrofits that we don't have vehicles for.
Yeah, so we'll potentially shift some of the retrofits. We'll also duplicate retrofits too, so you don't have to go down a particular tree. There may be additional ways to get some retrofits through achievements and such as well. So there's a lot of options. I mean, that's again like many retrofit, system 1.0, and we'll keep iterating until we're happy with the system.
Are we going to stick with tier 3 again, or are we going to do another match with Chief, or what?
Let's just go tier 6.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like rolling in my
VL.
No, my VFM. I like that tank as well.
I'm gonna take out the Typhoon.
I'm taking a Terminator because why not?
So CompuGeek 5150 asks, any info on the loot system? Seems an okayish way to distribute retrofits.
Well, that's a very good point. It's a okay way of distributing lots of cool little prizes and rewards as well. So we'll give you more details on that when we get closer to release. Want to make sure that we have a final understanding of exactly how the system is going to work so that we can explain it to you. And there's no confusion on an early system because it still needs some testing and such.
Jim Brew asks, are there any plans to improve the PvE AI? I often see enemy tanks in PvE games doing things like getting stuck driving continuously into obstacles. It should at least be smart enough to reverse out of being stuck.
Yeah, I see that happen in PvP as well. So
maybe we should fix the non-AI.
I know I do it sometimes. So
you jump off of cliffs into rivers and stuff.
That's true. But let me answer that last question.
Sure,
actually.
go ahead.
I was a little flippant on that answer.
Yeah.
So there's yes, we could get better pathfinding on the vehicles when you're talking about that type of AI. But again, it's a fine line of how smart you want your AI to be, because if we throw the 40 tanks or so you encounter in a match at you all at once with awesome AI, you will die every single time.
Yeah.
So it's about striking that chord, but pathfinding for sure should be improved if
Driver,
that's
crank
that's the answer to that particular
Gunner, scan for
sub
target.
question.
Affirmative.
Loader, ready up.
Hey,
Driver, move out.
Mr. NoobTubes asks, what is our favorite tank in the game? My favorite tank is the, it's either the M60A3 or the Swingfire.
I think this is the type of thing they're asking someone like what their all-time favorite video game is, right? You just can't say it's one or the other because it really depends on like what like oh man, what is the better question to ask is what is your favorite in this tier or this
genre.
type in this genre because like I love Dizalo, taking that on.
XCOM, Civ. I mean,
I'm not a huge fan of artillery, mainly because I'm not that good at it. So I don't really take those out. Oh, artillery.
there's a VBL on the left.
Yeah, he's moving
I
too
know.
quickly for me to...
He's
I'll beat
spotting
on
for
him.
some people.
Yeah, he's spawning for that whole team.
Oh yeah, and he's doing a good job at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Which means that they're going to be
Definitely
coming down
using
this
his
flank.
movement.
Oh,
Beat
Damn it.
that XM1 a little bit further back, then maybe I can take a shot at it.
the XMM, he's moving up.
Yeah, they're all moving up, but I think he hasn't spotted a few of us on the side here.
Up.
Oh.
If you can make him back up, I can pop him in the butt.
He backed up a bit. I got him to back up.
Alright, will there be a referral program to bring people into the game and both receive some small bonuses or rewards?
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm working on a system now.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
I'm getting harsh targeted. Oh no!
Oh, here's another simple question from Tal
Oh, I'm
MK.
toast. I'm so dead. Ah.
They're asking about if there are any plans for expanding the UI/vertical customization, and that answer is definitely yes.
I
Yep.
like that map.
More options is good, right?
Yep. So you'll be able to pick your favorite reticle quite soon.
Gotta move forward a little. A lot of left back here. I'm seeing some pretty extensive use of artillery support shells here. It's kind of interesting
Yeah.
to see.
That whole left flank is very well supported right now.
Well, and we're making a push on the right, so that's good.
Any word on when we will see battalion wars? I guess the question is, competitive game mode.
Yeah, you'll see. We're going to roll out competitive game modes in stages.
Let's see. What are your thoughts on implementing awarding ranks medals to your crew to give slight skill improvements, such as using some of your reputation points to award a medal?
What are you doing, Kevin?
Oh,
You're struggling, bud.
I'm trying to drive a tank and answer questions or read questions at the same time, so. I think it would be cool to add some kind of medals or awards. Yeah, it would definitely give something, additional to the customization feature and let you build up a connection to your crew.
It heats so slow.
Oh, Kevin's getting a bit impatient here.
Direct hit.
Oh. Oh, man.
When are the new collector's editions coming out? I mean, will Typhoon rebundle RDF bundles changes? I know perhaps a question for Josh. Are we making new collector's editions? I mean, we've got our starter packs out right now, and we did say that when we did the collector's editions, we said that they were going to be exclusive for a while. So I think Josh, you may correct me, but I would say don't expect any new collector's editions for the time being, at least.
Yeah, that's correct. We'll add some more in a couple months, and the plan is to rotate them, out, provide new ones. reskin them, all that kind of good stuff. Also, the ones from the Founders Pack will be available next year at some point too, October. So we can put those back into the mix as well for people that didn't have an opportunity to get those.
Are we gonna stick with tier 6 or?
I like tier 6. Let's
I'm a big fan of tier 5, but that's just me.
I've seen a couple questions now about
let's do one more tier
about
5.
sort of tier 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do a VBL and scout for you guys.
Okay.
Get something that can fire.
I'll take the
Yeah.
M60A3.
There you go.
So people have been asking sort of about like MLRS and anti-aircraft guns and sort of other non-standard types of vehicles, and I think we've answered it in previous streams, but it might be nice to go over it again quickly here.
Yeah, really. I mean, alternative new classes of artillery or new classes in general. Let's get the 5 that we have in the game currently working and fun and polished up, and then we can talk about branching them out and adding new twists in the future.
Ghost Rider 23 asks, are there any plans for the dealers to start moving towards specific nationalities? I don't think so. The part of the cool thing about Armored Warfare is that we've got this dealer system that really allows us to have flexibility and not focus on a specific nationality for the tree. And I think that's working pretty well for us, and I think we'd like to continue that.
Yeah, and it also allows us to do things like, because we still try to theme like particular lines. They may be national based, or the type of vehicle something is, like a fast autoloader, scout vehicle, those type of things. And when you don't restrict yourself from going straight nationality, you pick up a lot of options of flexibility of putting some cool vehicles in the game. If we went for a straight nationality-based system, we wouldn't get all the vehicles we want into the game. Just straight and simple. There's too many nations and not enough to make full trees out of.
Gunner, scan for target.
Oh, we've got a couple people in here who have already won the Chieftain Mark 6 from the stream.
Yeah.
Move out.
Blood and Guts and Mr. Noob Tubes.
Oot.
Metamaniac has been asking, where's the Leclerc? Is it coming soon?
buddy.
In short, it
sorry.
will come in the future. I'm not sure exactly where the Leclerc is on the vehicle development timeline. Maybe Josh can answer that. But the short answer is that if it's
Standard answer.
created, then we will want to add it to the game, and if there's a particular
we know
vehicle,
that people love the Leclerc, so it'll get in the game sooner rather than later.
Exactly. Yeah. Same thing for
Big
like
beastie.
the Merkava or other vehicles like that have been requested a lot.
Oof. Are you guys over here?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
All right, you're gonna get
this-
some spots in
Guy
a second,
keeps-
or I'm gonna die. One of the two. There
Oh,
we go.
yeah,
There's our
there we
team.
go. I see him.
Get up.
Penetrate.
Doesn't look like they have anyone on the right bank, so that's good. Oh.
Up. Things on the driver, move.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Crash damage.
I hope you kill that BDM that got me.
I got a good hit on him, and he got away, unfortunately.
Ghost Rider 23 asks, are you guys using Janes for vehicles ideas? I mean, we use all kinds of different sources. Obviously we have Janes, but there's
We got,
all
like,
kinds of.
Jane's volumes every year since 1950, whatever. But we're always looking for more material, especially on nations and such that are harder to get information for.
Touchdown.
Oh, Stormcat Epic asked, how can I get the Chieftain Mark 6 if I'm not a streamer? I want to stream, but my internet is much too slow. You don't have to be a streamer, just watch people. We'll be sending out, or we already have sent out, thousands of codes to all kinds of different streamers and YouTubers, and they will be making use of those in order to distribute them to their communities. So.
And tune into our official streams as well.
Yeah. Might have been a Terminator.
Hit our track.
Wow, I got it.
We're being targeted.
If you ask a cool question or entertain us in some way, we might give you one now.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing back here.
You just need to find ways of entertaining him, and he'll get
Getting my attention specifically, yeah.
say something nice.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Spunky's on the stream with us too.
Oh, nice.
Why
Hey,
did you, Spunky, why don't you just jump on our Discord server and join us and start talking, man? Okay.
Let's see. Cerebus 109
Am I
asks,
supposed to
how do you
call?
gather all the tank info for use in game data? Basically,
Well,
we have
you-
like a bunch of different sources, and we try to get as much accurate information that allows us to model the the size and the innards of the tanks as realistically as we can, and then we use that.
But
to create the vehicle.
obviously, with modern tanks, there's a lot of guesswork and gamifying in order to get them to fit in the game, and a lot of the stuff is still classified information. So in some ways that actually helps our game in that you're dealing with things that you don't exactly know, but especially the things we like to get as much information is on dimensions and sizes and everything. We want definitely from the exterior to make the tanks look as visually pop as much as possible.
Yeah.
Oh. You're just in a slugfest right now, eh, Kev?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Somebody asked about historical battles, like the Battle of 73 Easting.
Identify. Hostile tank.
So, I guess the question is adding historical battles to the game.
Yep, it's a very cool concept. Obviously, some are more popular than others, and
Somebody asked about controller support. Leovage 2 asks about controller support in the game. Is that something we're working on? I know we experimented with it, way back in like early alpha or something.
I don't think it's actively being worked on at this moment, but obviously it would be something we definitely want to continue to work on and make sure that we could support that device, especially if you look at supporting other platforms other than the PC. It would make sense to support controllers in a very good way.
Mm-hmm. Somebody is Partica Zero asked, will you add in future fictional tanks? I don't think we're going to be adding any fictional tanks, but possibly, vehicles that are in development, credibly in development.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you'll be seeing any hover or laser tanks. Who knows what'll come in tier 15 or so.
Yeah.
So Spunky just joined a room so he can chat with us here now.
My target.
Oh, there he is. Hiding back there.
Hey Spunky, way to make it for the last couple minutes of the stream.
Hey there.
Glad to have you, bud. Oh, maybe not.
Believe or?
Hostile tank.
Maybe he's having Josh problems with this one.
Maybe.
There we go.
The gas rifle.
Here's a question for you, Josh. Awesome Jossum asks, do you play any board games in the office among staff? If
I had a good one,
so,
actually.
which one is the office
man.
favorite? We don't play any board games, do we, Josh?
Yeah, we play lots. We play lots of
Yeah.
board games in the office. I'm also a big miniature gamer freak from a standpoint of war games and such. So I play bolt action, Flames of War, paint up Star Wars miniatures. I mean, I have a whole cabinet full of junk at home. In the office, yeah, we've played lots of games here. One of our favorites in the last our last meeting was Cash for Guns.
That's right.
A fun game to play with friends.
Yeah.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hey,
Yeah.
how's it going?
Hey,
There we
welcome,
go.
Spunky.
Thank you.
So this is
Sorry I'm late.
the community manager from Obsidian. Joining us for the stream tonight. Thanks. Great to see you.
Glad to be here.
So what do we call you, Spunky? Don't you have another handle? I mean, are you gonna pick one and go with it at some point? or-
I go by Spunky. It's Spunky.
Okay. Because I thought I bumped you into the game the other day and you were some other name.
Yeah, I have a real account and then a professional account on Live. So
Oh, man.
I have an
Oh.
account that I sort of like sleuth around and play on. That's my
He's a
Personal
professional.
All right, sorry, I didn't want to blow your cover
No.
there.
my cover.
Let's see. Should we do another match? Or
Well, you guys can. I gotta bow out,
all
unfortunately.
right, all right.
Yeah.
I'll get Spunky in here then,
Yeah,
All
get
right.
him in there. I just
or
bowed
whatever
out.
we want to call him.
Yeah. We can you can invite my real account right now. I'm on that one right now.
Which
It's
one,
fine.
Spunky?
No, it's here I'll type it.
Oh,
to you
I
guys.
think I remember.
Well, it's not going to be a
remember,
secret in a second.
Not gonna
Yeah,
be a
it's
secret
not-
anymore,
It's
no.
not gonna be secret as soon as you're in there, bud.
It's okay.
I
It
mean,
works.
All right,
We're all
well, guys,
friends here, right?
I'm gonna take this opportunity to bow out. Thank you very much
All right, thanks for joining
for
us.
gaming, and we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the office tomorrow. And
Yeah.
to the community, we're gonna stream again tomorrow too, right?
That's right. We're
Yep.
gonna stream again tomorrow, so be back
What time are you
here.
gonna be on?
Same bat time,
Usual
I think.
time?
Yeah.
Same bat time, same bat channel. Awesome,
Right.
love it.
All right.
Okay, guys, see ya.
See ya.
Go Canada.
I accepted the friend invite.
Oh, whoops! I invited you to the wrong thing. Let's see. Somebody asked about adding infantry to Armored Warfare. So Armored Warfare is primarily a game about tanks. So we have no plans to add infantry to the game at this point. Should we go back to tier 6, or what do you want, Josh?
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I want to try to do better in my VBL than I did the last game.
Okay.
I need to. I mean, at least I didn't fall off a cliff or anything this time, so that was
Hey,
good.
small victories, right?
Yeah, one step at a time.
Hey. Ready up whenever you guys are.
How do you even pronounce that name?
Karaticus.
Karaticus. So are you like a Spartan or something? Where's that come from?
I can't remember if I just came up with it or if it's based on something. It's been so long.
Sounds very Greek, Roman, something or other.
So I've seen
Yeah,
a
I actually
couple.
think it's.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think it's actually based on like an old Roman general or something like that.
Cool.
I think I've seen some questions about modding, and somebody's asking about user design skins and sound packs, and some other people have asked about other kinds of mods and how we're trying to avoid having sort of cheating mods or mods that negatively impact gameplay. So maybe we
Yeah,
can
so I mean, we've been
speak briefly
fairly
on
clear
that.
from this. We've been fairly clear from the start that that's exactly the type of things we want to avoid. Now, as it goes for skin packs and other, not less malicious mods, I mean, we really have to be careful that you're not opening the door with anything you do when you let the people modify the game.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our position. That being said, we we want feedback from the community on what their favorite mods are in other games and such, so that we can actually incorporate a lot of that stuff in games. So you don't have to go be an expert or search for anything. You just pick what crosshair you want, or pick what kind of optional interface toys that you want. Let's put it in the game instead of having to search around and hunt around for that.
Yeah. And
Anything you want to add from the development side there?
Yeah, so in terms of mods and stuff like that, yeah, no mods are going to be really available, and we are taking all of sort of like the feedback from players in terms of what they want for in-game, features and what have you. We kind of collect those on a weekly basis, and then we pitch them to the different teams and see what's feasible to implement in the short run versus the long run. And we definitely understand that people want things like reticle customization and UI customization, and there are some things like scaling already in the game, but additional stuff is definitely in the works. And it's just a matter of priority and what we're currently working on.
Yeah, isn't that the thing? It's a real challenge. There's so many cool things you want to do, and you can only do so many at one time.
Driver, move out.
Yeah.
That's like the nature of game development. It's never enough time. All the things you want to do at once.
Actually, Spunky, there's a question here for you, or Spunkify. I can't keep it straight anymore.
It's Spunky.
Spunky, okay,
Spunky.
I was right. I don't know how to pronounce Tunkuro asks, will this game move to the new Crisis engine sometime this year?
I don't know if sometime this year. I can't really give any specific dates and things like that, but definitely, moving to a newer version of the CryEngine is a long-term goal. There are some nice advantages from the new CryEngine. It's just a matter of making sure that if we did push that update, it would work with everything we've implemented in the game so far. Because there's a lot of obviously custom code work that we've done for AW on the engine itself. So, assuming that stuff goes well, then yes, you can definitely assume that we would eventually integrate the newer version into the game.
Hostile PC, mark.
Okay. Can we get a tier 1 VW Beetle with an LMG on top? I would pay 1,000 gold for it.
I want at least a technical in the game for AIs, because I love blowing up trucks.
I'll have to ask the vehicle team if that's possible.
Swarms of them in PvE. You can make it one of our bosses that just spew out technicals.
Actually, that was an interesting question as well, or it was sort of a suggestion, Spunky. Somebody was suggesting that Obsidian utilize some of their other intellectual properties and integrate them as boss names, so, have bosses inspired by other games that Obsidian worked on.
There are a couple of instances, I believe, of that. Very, very minute instances, but we do want everything to sort of in terms of intellectual property, the issue with that is some of the games we worked on we don't own, so it's not really can't use the names of some of those characters. But I think for the games we do own, that is definitely a possibility and something that I believe the narrative designer who sits right behind me is looking to do on some occasions.
So no Cartman raid bosses then?
No Cartman raid bosses, unfortunately.
That would be pretty funny.
It would be amazing.
Nick the Boss asks, what would be best for new players for picking tanks and stuff? I'm not entirely sure I understand the question. Whoops, I got blown up. But I assume it means, what vehicles are friendly for new players? Yes.
New player friendly vehicles?
Yeah.
I think that would a lot of times depend on what your preferred
Playstyle.
playstyle is.
Your personality.
Yeah, I guess speaking for myself, I mean, I just sort of went with the vehicles that were fun for me, and I never really felt like one vehicle had an advantage over another.
I mean, you can't go wrong with going down the MBT line just because it kind of forms the basis of the game, and what everything else is kind of, revolves around. So you definitely learn the good mechanics on movement and armor and
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff by going down that class. And our vehicle trees kind of do that as well. I mean, the main class that you're introduced kind of straight down the line is the MBT class. But I also go by my mood too, right? Sometimes I just want to go GTA style and get into like something really fast and jump over people. So
GMOFO asks, hey, what are you guys looking forward to the most in the upcoming patch tonight?
Camouflage.
Camouflage?
Camo, definitely,
Yeah. I think this
I
camouflage
mean, the
for all
map's
three
really
of
cool
us.
as well.
Yeah, I am actually looking forward to seeing that. I mean, I think camouflage is probably number one for me, but I am really interested to see how you guys like the new version of Coastal Threat. I mean, probably a lot of you haven't even seen the original version.
I think the original version only was shown to maybe 20 players or something like that in alpha.
I think
most
it was more
players,
than
it's
that,
enough.
but yeah.
Well, it was YouTubed out too, so I
Yeah,
think some
so-
people were able to display it through. But yeah, so it was a long time ago. But yeah, camouflage. I mean, I love Kermit the Frog, but everything in the universe shouldn't be green, so it'll be nice to have a tan tank for once.
Cataclysm N7 asks, with the lowering price of crude oil, will we be seeing a variety of maps that aren't oil refineries? I don't think oil is going anywhere anytime soon, but
I'll see if we can add a solar plant.
there you go.
factory.
Or maybe, yeah.
Like a solar field of just like nothing but solar panels.
That's a lot of destruction.
Yeah.
It's Now One asks, are there any plans to allow us to move trained up crews from one tank to another, similar to moving the commander that we have now? I think we want to keep the crews vehicle specific.
They're specific for now,
yeah.
but there's something that it may be in the future. But for now, it's specific for sure.
Will environmental effects be implemented like mud, snow, or ice? Watch out behind you, Josh.
I watch out from every direction. Oh, that guy wanted to run me over. He could have killed me by firing at me.
Oh, jeez. Are there any plans to integrate PvE missions into a dynamic campaign session that changes depending on which mission you win or lose?
Haha! I love that idea.
Good
Like
idea.
a roguelike sort of campaign system would be amazing.
There is not something quite like that, but there are plans to do a more elaborate PvE mission campaign setup that sort of ties in with things like boss fights and stuff like that.
Cool.
So that's definitely in the works, and you guys should see it sometime this year, most likely, I would say. It's definitely something that we are actively working on right now.
Cool.
Melkandor asks, will there be a special event or joke for April Fool's Day? I'm afraid we don't have a sense of humor here. We work in the video games industry. It's very serious.
Oh, I think there was talks in a meeting about making dinosaur tanks.
Dinosaur tanks. Oh, jeez.
Just an idea. Just an idea.
You
T-Rex
wanted
tank.
your realism
That
mode? There's your
terminology.
realism mode.
It's not fun if we tell you what the April Fool's joke's
Exactly.
going to be. You know?
Yeah, right. You have to just experience it.
You had to be there. Any hints on when the replay system will be available?
Not in terms of when it's going to be available, but I will say that we do have a very early internal version working. We're just working on, of course, doing things like bug fixes, and there's tricky issues with getting it to work with old replays and the UI that goes with it. But it is definitely in progress and has been making progress for some time.
That's super good news for everyone.
TNSR asks, how about zombie dinosaur tanks? There you go. That can be our horde mode.
That's a skin. That's a camo option for the dinosaur.
All right.
Let's go with tier 4.
Tier 4? Okay.
Tier 4? All right, let me switch over.
Oops, not
Yeah, what
ready.
should I take? What should I take?
I almost went tier 6 while you guys went tier 4. That would have been awesome.
I've been working on my TD line, so
Oh yeah?
I'll go with my
Yeah, I really enjoy the
300.
TDs. I have not taken out the Sheridan in a very long time. I will take out the Sheridan. By which I mean I'll drive it. I'll probably take it out. Can we have bacon skin tanks for April Fools? I actually included that suggestion in a, well, not for April Fools specifically, but I did actually ask for bacon camo, a recent report that I sent. I'm sure Obsidian dropped everything. Got to work on that right away.
We are huge fans of bacon here.
Hey, I mean,
Who isn't really?
well, certain people from Alabama, I hear.
Oh, yeah. That's not cool.
A little strange. You need to ready up there, Josh, when you're all set.
When will the crab side strafe? That's a question from Glosser. That is something that we are working on. We needed to hire on a new physics programmer. So now that that's been done, we hope to be able to implement that sometime this year.
Awesome.
I can't even drive that vehicle now. That thing's so out of control.
Yeah, how difficult to drive it.
I don't even understand how my brain is going to comprehend going sideways and stuff.
I see someone asking about whether or not we're going to add 2 or 3 like lines of tanks so players don't have to cycle through them all. The entire garage UI is in sort of like a rework state. Like we're currently reworking it. I can't say whether or not that specific feature will be implemented, but it is something definitely that I can pass on to those guys so that they consider it.
How about more? One thing I get a lot of requests from the community is more filter options for the tanks that are in your garage. So being able to choose by nation or tier or premium, or being able to make favorite groups. Just giving people more custom ability there.
Yeah, that's. I mean, customization is really something that we just want to continuously expand on, like the options that players have, and their ability to tweak how their garage looks with the different tanks in there and all that stuff. All those are things that we're actively working on. It's just about priority and what we currently have on the table.
Sure. Yep, and everyone. One of the most busy teams at Obsidian is the UI team, right?
Yeah, the UI team is almost fully booked, I think, for this year in terms of things to do.
Driver, move out. Load, heat.
So they're quite busy all the time with the UI. I see them having meetings every day about it.
Yeah, it's amazing that Obsidian team keeps growing. How many people are you guys at now on the Armored Warfare team? Because I don't think people understand the scale of this project. And
I think we're over 130 now. I think.
Yeah.
It definitely comprise most of the current Obsidian staff. Proportionately works on AW currently.
So yeah, so that answers a lot of people, questions. Is are we taking the game seriously and stuff? I mean, we're still building up the team, and adding people to support Armored Warfare, So
yeah. People have been asking about amphibious capabilities for vehicles. So, swimming vehicles, or I guess some kind of implementation of amphibiousness.
I think we already have something in which the amphibious vehicles can stay underwater for longer. I think they increased the timer to drown from 10 to 20 seconds, so it could be underwater for longer.
That's correct. They last longer in the water without having to
get some air,
be drowned or anything like that. Yeah, but in terms of adding full-on amphibian support, I actually just had a meeting with the map designer today, and he was mentioning how we will eventually be adding that full functionality. So things like map designs with water in them, that's the reason why we add a lot of water to some maps, is because we're thinking forward and thinking about the opportunity to add that functionality. So that is something eventually we will be adding.
Sure. I would guess in terms of game development, a lot of things that you do on when you're picking your priorities and stuff is making sure you escalate things that deal with like all the tanks, those type of things. And then, amphibious is a smaller subcategory. The crab is even a single vehicle, but maybe it will be used on some others. But, it's just trying to describe game design a little bit more and development that, sometimes that's how the priorities are chosen. That makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm in a bad spot. Oh, there it goes. Starship Alpha me. All right. Hoping I can survive there, but it kind of got.
Reload time too long. See, how's things doing?
I'm just trying to stay alive.
Oh, you're in that awesome Merc tank. See.
I don't think we're gonna win this one.
Yeah. Oh, well.
There's one that's from Fatal Venom.
Certainly not with that attitude.
Just saying.
There's a comment from Fatal Venom that says any unique modes that might be an option in the game. I'm assuming he means game modes.
That's my assumption as well. We sort of mentioned game modes earlier, but
additional game modes are definitely things that we want to implement. Encounter and the standard mode for PvP, and then the current mode for PvE are just the beginning modes, I would say. Obviously, we want to make sure that those modes are fun first and foremost, and sort of a balance out how we want them to be. But the plan is definitely to add additional modes and more intricate modes that have more facets to them as well. So the modes we have currently are fairly standard, I would say, for tank-based games, excluding, of course, PvE. But in the future, we really want to open that up more and make a lot of interesting sort of game modes for players to engage in.
do we play one more and then we call it an evening?
I'm down for one more.
Okay.
Sure.
What do we do? Tier 4 again, or what do you guys feel like?
Dealer's choice. Let's let the Obsidian dude choose her.
Okay.
What do we want to do? I'm trying to think here.
Play your favorite tank.
My favorite tank. Well, my favorite tank is tier 7. So.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it the same as mine?
What is your favorite tier 7?
Weasel.
You first. Oh no. You can. Let's see here. We can go. I'm gonna bust out my max tier. I'll bust out my 8 if you guys have 7s. We can do 7 and 8. That's cool with you.
I have 9s.
Yeah, we have 9s.
I don't want to go up to 9. I want to keep it a little closer to 6 through 8 range. Yeah.
I've ground out a crab and a Draco so far.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, let's see. Could do
that. In terms of, I see Volsfan 1992 is talking about the failed to send report. That's something actually I believe is a my.com. That's in my.com's court.
Yeah, we're aware that sometimes reports don't send, and that's something that we're working on as well. But yeah,
it's actually really high on our priority list. Yeah. We want to make sure that particular function is working well.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, are we doing 7 or 8?
8's fine. I just don't have a scout vehicle at 8 that I.
Wow.
Instant.
Dang. For platoons, will there be any reward or achievements for playing together with our brothers in battle?
You mean your friends?
I assume so.
Well, there is already, I believe it's implemented. There is already I think it's 5% additional reward for playing in a platoon. So there is that reward. In terms of achievements and stuff like that, I think anything larger that's more team oriented would be for like the competitive modes, like unlocking special titles or camos, doing things like that. So once we introduce those modes later on, then yeah, there would definitely be things that you can earn by playing with your friends in more of a competitive scenario.
Wow, this is a heavily dominated. This is almost like a clan battle here. We have
Yeah,
Alice
we got
and Badger.
Badger on both sides.
And 8th Canadian Hussars.
Lots of M1A2s. Yeah.
Driver, crank it.
Affirmative.
America.
Scan for target.
They've got
Driver, move
slightly
out.
more tier 9s. So we gotta, but we have the one weasel, so that is
There you
the
go.
key. We've got the
I'm
one
the
spotting.
key.
We have the one spotting vehicle, so that is gonna make or break this.
Oh, no pressure there.
Yeah, just don't fire the whole game. Just remain completely invisible.
Um,
I'm a team player.
It is true
somebody
that you
asks.
get.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say someone. I can't read your name because it's hard to read with blue. But
Blaster
is it true
05.
that you?
Or no, never mind.
Is it true you get a slight reputation or credit bonus based on the amount of tanks you have in the garage? That is true. You get a bonus to your rep based on the amount of tanks you currently have in your garage, and it sort of stacks incrementally.
Let's see.
I have no idea where they are. I don't think they went desert.
No, they're probably going to be.
I got
the
something.
FGS. And then the Terminator 2 is up top.
See. Are there any plans to implement a training room for battalions? And I guess also I guess I don't understand. Oh, that will let you customize and set up AI opponents.
Currently, no. The custom match is definitely going to be the training room for now, I would say. And there are additional features we want to add to that. So while it isn't in a current plan, we do want to continue to expand on that, though, to add more.
They're flanking our left here.
All right.
They're about ready to eat me in the.
Don't just survive, man. I would just. We're in the midst of a crazy battle right here. 6 to 7. We're not
Whoa.
doing too
Jeez.
great.
I'm
Got
gonna take
wrecked
them
by
on a
that
magical.
B1 Draco. Dang. Any chance AFVs could get a drone consumable? Similar properties to Arty Illumination Round.
That would be cool.
A cool idea. I know people have been
Maybe
asking
command.
for more stuff with drones ever since we first showed the game, and there were those little drones flying around in the sky.
Yeah. Don't have to.
And
Already have the model.
are there any plans on making a team deathmatch mode for Armored Warfare based on 15 to 16 players per match? I think that's certainly a possibility for another game mode. We've got a whole host of ideas for game modes. We have to figure out which ones
Second
work
here.
best. Jeez. Real popular there, Jinx.
Oh.
Can I survive? Can I survive? I went down. I did get a
I
shot.
had- Two people chased me forever on that one.
Dang.
Well, on that note,
Alright.
That was a trounce.
Yeah.
That was a definitive trounce, but it's all right.
yeah, I think I was out of my league there with those guys that were playing there. They're
Yeah.
very good competitive players too.
I was trying to read comments at the same time, which made it a little difficult.
Absolutely.
Console support. Consoles isn't anything we're sort of focusing on right now. I mean, it definitely would be awesome, I will say, to have the game on consoles, but it isn't anything that we have on our current slate.
Yeah. Alright, well, I think maybe we should call it an evening here.
Yeah, did we give away a lot of chieftain codes there tonight?
Yeah. Actually, we gave away over 36 codes.
36 codes.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, that's as much I can continually dish out. I've been trying to do left and right here.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
Who else in stream wants a code right now?
Oh no.
200 people.
Should I do like a sort of like a battle royale and just toss the codes into the chat? Because
Yeah, put 5 codes in the chat.
all right.
I want to see bloodshed.
Okay. You just want to see the world burn, you know? Like,
oh jeez.
Well,
Now all the
saw
people are coming out of the woodwork.
Oh
and they
my
want your
goodness.
codes. Whoa. Well, you got your work cut out for you there, Piroko.
I know, right? All right. Here is 5 codes. They can have at it.
I just saw the trailer for Suicide Squad yesterday, so I wanted to wreak a little destruction.
Oh jeez.
Alright, guys, I have to bounce, but I will.
All right.
Care. Thank
Thanks
you
for
very
joining
much
us.
for
Yeah,
having me.
thanks for stopping by.
No problem. See you
Come
guys
by
later.
tomorrow too if you want.
Yep.
I'll try my best for sure. See you guys
Alright.
later.
Take
Bye.
care. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I think maybe give out another couple codes, but I think it's about time to call it an evening here for us. Some of us have a long drive home. Won't name any names, but it's
Wow.
Wow.
It's not you.
it's true. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm just trying to be conscientious here and look out for my coworkers.
Hey, well, you guys, if you want to go watch other people stream Armored Warfare tonight too, but we might go in and bomb some of their chats and give away
That's true,
codes
yeah.
as well.
Let's see if we can. Maybe we can host somebody here as well after we're done. But yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. Again, my name is Freitag. I'm the community manager for Armored Warfare here in North America. We also have, well, earlier we had Drew with us, senior community manager for my.com, and we have with us here still Piroko, our game master, and Jinx, our producer. And we also had joining us briefly from, actually not that briefly, but joining us for a while from Obsidian, community manager for Obsidian, for Armored Warfare. Spunky. Oh. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. We will be streaming again tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. I think, Pacific.
More
7
Chieftain
o'clock
codes.
Eastern. Yeah, we'll
Yep.
be giving out more Chieftain codes, and we will be talking about the contents of tomorrow's update. So if you want to see more about, I think we've got a new map in there. We've got new camo. So if you want to check out the new camo, and hopefully we'll get the new map. Yeah. Thank you very much, and we'll
All
be
right,
in,
see you in game.
chat for a little bit. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. It was a pleasure.
Bye, guys.
See you.
Bye bye.
The American XM8 armored gun system is a Tier 8 light tank. It is very fast, maneuverable, and well-armed thanks to its experimental 105mm rifle gun. As one of the most powerful light tanks in armored warfare, it can outflank and outrun practically every heavier vehicle in the game. It was born in the 80s as part of the AGS armored gun system competition. The XM8 was developed as the modern replacement for the Sheridan light tank. The XM8 is highly mobile on all forms of terrain and has excellent accuracy even while on the move. Compared to other light tanks, the XM8 has excellent protection, especially when fully upgraded. The armor is, however, customizable from the Level 1, protecting the crew only from small arms fire, to high-intensity conflict Level 3, providing protection even against infantry anti-tank weapons. The vehicle has excellent mobility thanks to a Detroit diesel engine tuned to 580 horsepower, allowing this light tank to go as fast as 72 kilometers an hour. The XM8 continues the American armored tradition of massive firepower on a relatively light chassis. And while it lost the original competition to the Stryker, the United States Army is currently considering reviving the project with updated armament. You can now play the XM8 in the open beta phase of Armored Warfare. Sign up today at aw.my.com. The Tier 9 Challenger 2 main battle tank arrived on the battlefield amidst an evolving political situation. Low-intensity skirmishes in Africa were being fought with obsolete equipment and outdated armor. There were no clear victories. The Challenger 2, originally designed and produced in Britain, was expected to be a dominant force when it hit the modern conflict zones. Murat Shishkin, a preeminent arms dealer, acquired a large number of the newest variants of the tank from a defunct military base in the UK. It was these tanks that entered the battlefields of Africa after being sold to various private military contractors and mercenaries. Upgrades like the 1,500 horsepower MT-883 diesel engine gave it decent speed and good mobility. Depleted uranium Jericho shells fired from its 120mm rifled gun allowed it to tear through the outdated T-72s, which made up the bulk of the private military's arsenal before the Challenger 2's arrival. The very nature of the African conflict changed with the Challenger 2's arrival. Rolling through the smoke of their own grenades, with enemy shells rendered useless by explosive reactive armor, the Challenger 2 was unstoppable. The Challenger 2 is available to all players in Armored Warfare now. Conflict is business. Play Armored Warfare for free today at armoredwarfare.com.